Lumen students, you know from it's week 18 and it's your Monday video. If you remember from last week, Monday videos will always be language arts. Then Tuesday videos will be history related. Wednesdays I'll read aloud to you, and Thursdays we'll have some enrichment activities. So you can kind of follow along and pay attention. I want to get you ready for your action items this week. I've also got some homophones that I'm going to teach you, and if you would like, you can work on these as spelling words this week. I have a picture that's going to do with one of the pairs in our homophone set, and I want you to try to identify which one would be correct, okay? Which one goes with which, and which spelling goes with which. Okay, so we have feet and feet. Okay. One of these words goes with a picture on here. Which one is it? If you guessed feet, spelled this way, you're correct. Okay. This is how you spell the word feet. This type of feat means an accomplishment, something that you have achieved or done. What an amazing feat! You did so fantastic on your action item this week. Okay, that's that type of feat. Okay. Hey versus hey. Hey. Hey versus hey. Do we have any picture that illustrates one of these words? I have to tell you, it's not that one. Okay. If you guessed this type of hay and thought that it went with this picture right here, you were right. This is the kind of hay that animals eat, right? Hay is for horses. And this type of hay is like a greeting. Hey, how are you doing? Okay. Awesome. You may have been confused by that because I've got wave and wave. And one of these goes with a picture. Because you could say hey, but I really meant that hand for one of these words, right? Which one? Which is the correct spelling for wave? If you guessed this one, you are correct. Awesome. This type of wave means to give up your rights for something, to surrender something. So, do you waive the right to a lawyer? Do you waive the right to, you sign a release waiver, meaning you will not sue them. You give up your right to sue the people if you get injured, okay? To waive, to give up your rights to something. Right, we've got a few more. Team and team. Okay. Any of those look like they might go with a picture up here? If you thought of this going along with our soccer ball, you would be right. Right? So you're on a team and you're playing soccer. T-E-A-M. Team. Okay. This type of team, T-E-E-M, means like swarming. So you'd say the water was teeming with fish. It was just filled and they were just everywhere and they were swarming all over you. That may feel like soccer, but anyway, team is a large collection of things that are kind of swarming, to swarm. Okay. Team. And then this one's going to be kind of interesting because I have 3 words that go with it. And I don't know if you can even tell what my picture is, but can I say that it's grass and it has something on top of it? Like this, this, and this. Which type of do I mean right there? D-U-E, D-O, or D-E-W? If you thought this type of dew, you were right. Awesome. This is the type of dew that gathers on the lawn, on the grass in the early morning. Okay, that's that type of dew. This, of course, is a verb, right? To do something as an action. Then we have this type of dew, meaning a time frame for when something has to be completed or when it has to be returned. When is your paper due? When is your library book due back at the library, right? A certain time frame when something has to be completed. Okay, so that's due. And then this type of do, of course, is a verb showing action. I do. Okay. There we go. Those are the spelling words. I'll have a list of those for week 18 if you want to try those out. See if you can tell the difference between them and how to spell them. Now we're going to work on our action item for the week, and that has to do with quotation marks. I absolutely love quotation marks. They are awesome for writers. Writers love quotation marks, and they use them all the time. Okay, you use quotation marks, of course, to signify when people are speaking. Okay, and so let me show you what that will look like. Let's do. I'm going to try to incorporate our spelling words into here. Tom said, hey. Okay. Well, we need to put quotation marks around what Tom said. And so they're going to go right here. And then we could do an exclamation point, hey. And they go right here at the end. Right? We're going to put a comma right here. This is the tag. Okay, and the tag can come at the beginning. Tag at first. The tag explains who is saying something, who is being quoted. Okay, and here we have Tom said, hey, at the beginning. Let's do one at the end. This is awesome because it's impossible, but oh well. Do you have any hay? Said the horse. Where is the tag then? Who's speaking and how do we know? Right, here is the tag. So here's the tag at the end. Okay, now we need to put quotes around what the horse said. So we do that here and here and here and here. Okay. But I do need to separate the tag from the quote using some kind of punctuation. In this case, we just did a comma. But here, because he's asking a question, we're going to put the question mark right here. Okay. Inside the quotes. Do you have any hay? Said the horse. Okay. The tag can also come in the middle. Okay. I do, answered Tom, but it is covered in dew. Where's our tag? Yes, the tag is now found in the middle. But we still need to put quotation marks around all of the things that Tom said. So we need some right here, okay, and some right here. He says, I do, but it is covered in dew. Now I need to separate the tag from the quotes using some punctuation. Okay. We can choose to do, we did a quotation mark up here, or an exclamation point up here, a question mark here. So let's just do a comma here. Okay. I do answer Tom. Then we need to do another one to separate it from the second quote. But it is covered in dew. Let's do one more example. And I'm going to have you try to figure out how to. You're going to like this one, I think. Can I throw another word in there? Maybe not. I don't know. I had another sentence written there, but it didn't make sense. Bye, waved the horse. Yeah. Okay. What do we need to do? Where's the tag? Yes, waved the horse. So notice that the tag doesn't always need to be said. The tag can be answered, said, waved. The tag could be yelled, yelled Tom. The tag could be sighed the horse. The tag could be laughed the horse. Like, there's so many different ways you can say something, isn't there? And writers try to get really creative in their tags. So they're not saying said, over and over and over again. Okay, they'll say things like groped or whispered or answered or questioned or replied. Lots of different tags. Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that we can identify the tag and that we can punctuate it. Okay, bye. Wave the horse. That'd be a cool trick, right? Okay, so we need quotation marks right here, and we're going to separate it with a comma. And you can use a comma. That works. Bye, wave the horse. Or you could use exclamation point. Bye. Really excited. Or you could even use a question mark. Bye. If you don't have my hay, are you leaving? Okay, you can punctuate it how you want to make the meaning that you want. But we need our quotes, right? I want to read you a book now, and I want you to try to find the quotation marks, the speeches, the things that are said, who's speaking, and if you can find the tag at the beginning, in the middle, or the end of the story. I love this book. We're going to be learning about some more Renaissance painters today. So I thought I would share with you a really fun painter, a surprising painter, not from the Renaissance, however. This painter comes from the Antarctic. Okay, are you ready for that? Let's see if I can get there. This is Tacky the penguin. Tacky in trouble. As goodly, lovely, neatly, angel, neatly and perfect, sang, sunrise on the iceberg, the sun rose on the iceberg. They felt very much in charge. "What's happening?" blared Tacky the penguin, greeting each of his companions with a hearty slap on the back. Okay, we have our first quote and our quotation marks there. Where is the tag located? Yes, it comes at the end of that sentence, and you notice they didn't say said, he blared. And inside the quotation marks you have a piece of punctuation that separates it from the tag, and that is a question mark. After breakfast, the penguins went about their morning activities. Whether they were ice blocking, napkin folding, ice block building, napkin folding, feather combing, or ballroom dancing, Tacky was the odd bird. Then it was nap time. Nap time for all, that is, but Tacky. "What a great day for surfing!" he cried. "Would that be fun or what?" "It would be what?" said goodly, lovely, angel, neatly and perfect. "Go surfing if you must, but please do it quietly." So Tacky took off alone and coasted over the waves. All right, so we have a couple of different types of quotation marks in this page. The very first one, "What a great day for surfing," he cried. "Would that be fun or what?" So the tag is found in the middle there, isn't it? And the tag is "he cried." And each of your quotes ends with an exclamation point, because Tacky seems to talk in exclamation points. He's very excited all the time. "It would be what?" said goodly, lovely, angel, neatly and perfect. Again, the tag is at the end, right? But it has a comma separating the quote from the tag. Look at this next one, though. See if you can find a tag for this next one. Does it come before? Does it come after? Goodly, lovely, angel, neatly and perfect are still talking. So it kind of fits going that is in the middle, kind of, huh? It almost seems like it doesn't have a tag. It's set off by itself. So Tacky took off alone and coasted over the waves. Suddenly the wind came up, filling his shirt like a sail, and he found himself blowing full speed ahead out to sea. He loved the spray on his beak and the thrill of the ride. On he sailed, and on through sunny days and starlit nights. By the time he finally reached land, he was standing on tippy webs on an ice cube. With his little heart beating in excitement, Tacky waddled ashore, ready for an adventure. After being greeted by the strangest penguins he'd ever seen, he came upon a large gray rock. How nice! He had lots of rocks at home. Funny, thought Tacky, this rock is warm. There you go, another quote. The rocks he knew were cold, and it's a little squishy. The rocks he knew were hard and sort of hairy. Hairy? He couldn't remember any hairy rocks back on the iceberg. Tacky never could sit still for long, so he did the little rock hopping dance he'd always enjoyed doing at home. I don't need shoes, I don't need socks, just my mellow yellow feet for hopping on rocks. Hey, I don't need shoes, I don't need socks, just my mellow yellow feet for hopping on rocks. Hey, I don't. Suddenly the rock rose up, and a voice louder than any penguin's, a voice louder than even Tacky's, boomed, "Something is tickling my back." There we go, a quote from our rock. And it's found, isn't it, at the tag is found at the beginning. Before Tacky could ask, "What's happening?" the rock, whose name happened to be Rocky, grabbed him, and they were crashing through the jungle. Tacky loved adventures, but was this fun or what? He wasn't sure. Finally, Rocky came to a very gray clearing, plunked Tacky down and bellowed, "Flowers for my table!" While Tacky was puzzled, Rocky was overjoyed, for she had taken one look at Tacky's shirt and was convinced she had brought home the most beautiful bunch of flowers in the world. "Yes, indeedy, just what I need to brighten up this dreary old place. Let's see, I'll need a wide vase. It's a gorgeous bunch of flowers, but pretty thick around the stem area." After choosing her widest vase, Rocky propped Tacky in and he looked around. The table was set for dinner with ketchup and lemon pie and grape punch and gravy and mustard and marmalade and peanut butter and lots of other good things. Rocky glumped gleefully around the table singing, "Flowers make all the difference, flowers make all the difference." I'm not a bunch of flowers," said Tacky. "Say what?" Rocky trumpeted. "Of course you're a bunch of flowers. Don't be silly." She sniffed Tacky. "You smell lovely, too." Thank you," said Tacky, "but I'm not a bunch of flowers. I'm a penguin." We've got some great examples, too, right? Said Tacky right there in the middle. Okay. The tag in the middle. Rocky eyed Tacky suspiciously. "What's a penguin? Some sort of weird plant?" "No," offered Tacky. "It's kind of a bird." "A bird?" snorted Rocky. "What a hoot! You're not like any bird I've ever seen." Tacky felt his neck feathers prickle uncomfortably. "I'm really, honestly, truly a penguin," he repeated. Rocky did not want to hear this. She wanted flowers. She needed those flowers, and her dull gray home needed those flowers. "If you're a penguin, prove it," Rocky demanded. And then she reached out. Whoosh! She snatched Tacky's shirt. "Well, at least I'm keeping the pretty blossoms no matter what, unless you can convince me you're a penguin." Tacky knew he was in trouble now. His shirt was his sail. And without his shirt, how would he get home? Would he ever see goodly, lovely Angel neatly and perfect again? "Hurry up now, I'm hungry and I don't have all day," snapped Rocky impatiently. "Prove you're a penguin. Do something penguinish." Tacky thought very hard. He just had to show her. "Oh, yes," he remembered. "Penguins march." He began. 1, 2, 3, stepped in the ketchup bowl without knowing it, and continued marching over the table. 4, 5, 17, 100. "What else?" asked Rocky. "Penguins belly slide." Tacky got a running start, skidded across the lemon pie, and swished in swirls over the tablecloth. Where was that lemon smell coming from? "Go on," ordered Rocky. Penguins dive." Tacky took a bounding leap up and did a splashy cannonball into the pitcher of grape punch. Refreshing. More confused than convinced, Rocky asked, "And? Keep going?" "Well, penguins are excellent hoppers." Bravely tilting his beak up in his best proper hopping form, he hopped in the gravy and hopped on the cloth, hopped in the mustard and hopped on the cloth, and hopped in the marmalade and hopped on the cloth, and hopped in the peanut butter and stopped. Then he waddled stickily over to Rocky. "See," he shrugged hopefully, "I'm a penguin." Rocky looked at a red, yellow, purple, brown, gold, orange, and tan tablecloth and bellowed, "What have you done to my tablecloth?" Tacky froze. He'd been having fun doing penguin things, and he hadn't even realized that he'd made a mess. "Uh-oh," he thought, "I'm stuck here forever. I'll never get home to my iceberg." "My tablecloth! My tablecloth!" hooted Rocky. "I love it! I simply love it! Look at these colors! They're brilliant! They're beautiful! They're so much prettier than your blossoms! No offense! Here you go, you wonderful odd whatever you are!" And with that, she picked up Tacky's shirt and flipped it to him. She also threw him a hot dog, a cookie, and 3 kisses. "Thank you," she trumpeted. That's an original one. As Tacky waved goodbye and set out for the water's edge. He leapt onto the log thinking, "I didn't know ice blocks came in brown," and then his shirt caught the wind. He set sail. Meanwhile, back on the iceberg, goodly, lovely Angel, neatly and perfect, were singing, "Sunrise on the iceberg." The sun rose, but they didn't feel in charge. Life just hadn't been the same without Tacky. Everything was so orderly, and they were tired of patting each other on the back and whispering, "What is happening?" Because nothing was happening. Then they saw the speck in the distance. Could it be? As the speck came closer and closer, they could see it was Tacky. Goodly, lovely, angel, neatly and perfect hugged Tacky. Tacky was not a bird, but he was a nice bird to have around. And many miles away, an elephant sat by her colorful tablecloth and thought the same thing. Ah, a masterpiece of art. It's beautiful. Some modern artists actually do use splattering as a technique, don't they, in creating art? All right, so you've learned some things about quotation marks. They're so helpful. It's the only way in what we're reading that we can tell someone is speaking. It identifies a speaker, helps us know when speakers are changing, helps us follow a conversation and a dialogue and a story. It's just a critical part and really important marks, quotation marks are. So you've got some action items you can be working on related to that. I'm going to set up an easy action item again where you can just type into a Google form and the answers will come to me. They come to me on a spreadsheet, and so I'll see your name. You've got to enter your name in there. I'll see your name, and then I'll see each of your answers, and I can give you credit for that. It's not associated to Dropbox, but within a couple of days, I will have graded it and put your score in. So if you don't want to print anything out, if you don't want to upload anything or download anything, the easy action item is a great way to do it. I had some students try it successfully last week, so give it a try this week if you didn't. You just will be rewriting a few sentences telling me you'll tell me where the tag's located, if it's at the beginning, the middle, or the end, and then rewrite 1 or 2 sentences, including quotation marks. So it'll be pretty easy, and your grade will appear within a few days. Just know that they're very reliable, and that if you click submit and your name's on it, it comes and is added to my spreadsheet, and I can see all of your work. So you can trust that I got it, and I'll put your score in soon. So try that out if you'd like to, and we'll catch you next later this week for history and some other fun activities. See you then.